You know this conversation matters, but you keep putting it off. Not because you do not care, but because it feels heavy. Money talks with aging parents rarely feel like simple conversations. They feel private, painful, and strangely dangerous. So families delay, deflect, joke, or change the subject. And every delay feels easier than facing what the talk represents. Because this is never just about money. That is why your stomach tightens before you even begin. Your body often reacts before your mind finds words. If you feel avoidance, you are not weak. You are having a very human protective response. Our brains avoid topics that trigger threat, shame, or grief. And this topic often triggers all three at once. Talking about money can sound like talking about the end. Savings, documents, and care plans quietly point toward mortality. That is a lot for one family conversation to carry. So many people choose silence because silence feels safer, at least for the moment. Another reason this talk feels hard is role reversal. You were raised to be the child, not the planner. That shift can feel disrespectful, even when it is necessary. And competence is tied closely to dignity. Then there is family history. Many families never talked openly about money when children were young. Maybe money was stressful. Maybe money started arguments. Your body remembers those patterns, even if your mind forgets. So when you try to begin, your nervous system gets louder. That is why avoidance can feel automatic. That makes the next delay even more likely. This is how later quietly becomes too late. Parents have their own reasons for avoiding this conversation too. For many older adults, money equals independence. It represents choice, privacy, and control. They may hear, "You cannot handle this anymore. I do not trust your judgment. Your life is shrinking now." Even if that is not what you mean at all. Some parents also feel shame about what the numbers might reveal. Maybe there is less saved than anyone expected. Maybe there is debt, confusion, or missing paperwork. Maybe they do not understand their own accounts anymore. Admitting that can feel terrifying. So resistance is often fear wearing a firm face. Sometimes they are not hiding facts. They are protecting dignity. And dignity matters deeply in later life. Family dynamics make all of this even harder. One sibling notices the problem first. Another insists everything is probably fine. Another avoids the subject completely. Old family roles come back fast under stress. The responsible child starts organizing everything. The peacemaker softens every hard truth. The rebel steps away before feeling controlled. Suddenly, you are not just discussing finances. You are discussing fairness, history, and trust. That is why the room can feel heavier than the topic. But silence has a cost too. It turns small unknowns into large emergencies. A missing password becomes a week of stress. A vague plan becomes sibling conflict in a crisis. Unspoken wishes create guesswork when clarity is needed most. And guesswork is exhausting when emotions are already high. Silence can also expose elders to scams and mistakes. The less the family knows, the easier confusion can grow. So the goal is not perfect control. The goal is enough clarity to reduce future chaos. And that conversation can begin more gently than you think. You do not start with everything. You start with one safe, practical question. Try this. If something happened, where are your important papers? That question signals care, not takeover. It focuses on preparedness, not judgment. Timing matters too. Do not begin during a fight or a medical scare. Choose a quiet day with enough emotional space. Sit beside them if possible, not across like an interview. Let's optimize our strategy for this upcoming sprint. We want to make sure we're leaning on each other's strengths. Results are everything here. We need to collaborate to optimize our workflow. I want to honor what matters to you. Lead with values before details. Start with practical topics before emotional ones. Ask where bills are paid from. Ask who should be called in an emergency. Ask whether legal documents already exist. Ask what help would feel acceptable if needs changed. This keeps the talk focused on choice and dignity. If your parent resists, slow down instead of pushing harder. I am not trying to take control from you. I want to protect your wishes if anything happens. Maybe it is one folder. Maybe it is one emergency contact list. Maybe it is simply choosing a future date to continue. Progress matters more than finishing everything at once. If the conversation becomes heated, pause early. Sometimes a third party can help. A planner, attorney, doctor, or trusted relative can lower pressure. Because the goal is safety, not winning. This conversation is an act of care. Comment "Money Talk" if this helped you feel less alone. If this helped, subscribe to The Invisible Middle for weekly support. We'll keep exploring the hard conversations together